Smash Ultimate is an amazing game. Even after all this time, you still notice new things. I was playing on Town and City the other day. I saw Celeste, you know, that little owl, but she looks different in Smash though. Look at her eyebrow feathers. Yeah, it's a broken texture. Someone forgot to make that white part transparent. Smash really is an amazing game. You notice all these new things.
Super Mario Maker is a DLC stage from Smash 4. It was used to promote the release of Super Mario Maker. And guess what? It uses illegal building techniques.
Meaning some parts that are normally impossible to do in Mario Maker 1 and 2, they have done here. Like having lava in the overworld. In the first Mario Maker, you couldn't even do slopes at all. Remember the backlash on that? That's a little custom stage builder joke. Backslash. Big Blue, the classic, iconic Smash stage that also features the classic, iconic Falcon Flyer. It's Captain Falcon's speedy mid-sized star cruiser that boasts an onboard computer that allows Falcon to control it remotely. Perhaps that's why it's never appeared on screen in an F-Zero game. Without this ship, Falcon couldn't prowl the galaxy like a lone wolf. The Blue Falcon is a state-of-the-art machine, but it's only used for F-Zero races. That was an excerpt from the Smash Bros. Melee trophy description for the Falcon Flyer.
Now let's get to the fun fact. It's never even appeared in a motherfucking F-Zero game.
But it was cool seeing it controlled remotely in the story mode of Super Smash Bros. Brawl, probably via the onboard computer. Come on! Figure 8 circuit has a screen in the background, modeled after the Mario Kart DS map bottom touchscreen. But that's not the fact. Ever since Brawl, the Smash logo was here, but it was incorrect. Look closely.
The proportions of the logo are wrong. Like the center piece, it's like too thin or something. Tell me what you think. Look at this comparison. Please be honest. Am I insane? Am I actually insane right now?
Comment question of the day. What's better, Hyrule Temple or Newport City? Hyrule Temple is a classic stage, but I kind of like Newport better.
Mushroomy Kingdom is based on the original Super Mario Bros. 1-1 level. But did you know back in Brawl they had a version that was based on 1-2? That's right, the underground version. Getting the underground version was random, but not totally random because it was decided based on what song was chosen. You got the underground music playing, you would get the underground version, you see? But they got rid of that in future games. Now it's just gone. Which is probably a good thing, because the underground version was absolutely miserable to play. It was the worst stage of all time. Which leads us into the next fact. Most stages in Smash suck ass.
Does anyone really want to go to Wrecking Crew? Do you think anyone's favorite stage is Mario Brothers? Or Pac-Land?
Cannonbow? Gower Plain?
75 meters? There's a lot. Flat Zone X? Green Hill Zone? Dreamland GB?
If you're playing random stages with your friends, and Dr. Wily's castle gets chosen, you think anyone's reaction is, "Yippee! I love the Yellow Devil"? No, you think it could have been worse. In 3D Land, for some reason, there's this one platform on the ground that you can go through. And I know I've seen people press down on the platform trying to put in some move, and instead they go through it, and there's so much going on they can't even see, they can't comprehend what's happening on screen, and they die. Or you pick Yoshi, and you press down B, and oops. As a stage builder aficionado, I would like to say if there's nothing to get to by going through that platform, it should be solid ground. This is Tevlev officially condemning 3D Land. Did you know that in Pokemon Stadium 1, the platform on the right is slightly tilted? So some moves can't connect unless you're on the left side because it's slightly lower to the ground.
The series director, Masahiro Sakurai, must have felt immense pressure to make the stages fucking insane during the development of Super Smash Bros. Brawl and Super Smash Bros. For Wii U and 3DS.
There was a stage that was cut going into Ultimate called Orbital Gate Assault, and At several points in the stage, there's no ground to stand on for like a full second, and every single time, at least one person will fall just because it's unfair. Just the ground disappears and you fall. There's way too much going on. Like, this game's already chaotic with 4 players normally, plus items, plus explosion space battles where you're zipping around the screen. Like,
Mr. Sakurai took 1 year to develop this stage. The Orbital Gate Assault stage actually took a whole year to complete. That's the fact.
I'm sure you're familiar with traveling stages. It's very simple. You're on a base platform and it basically takes you on a tour of this area, like Woohoo Island, Delfino Plaza, even Port Town Aerodive, stuff like that. But did you know that there are no traveling stages in Smash that haven't taken the model straight from another game? In Ultimate, they touched it up a little bit, especially the textures. But if a stage lifts off and you see the entire area, that model is taken from an old game. And don't tell me New Donk City counts, because that's just that one building. And Byleth stage, that's basically a teleporting stage, kind of like Castle Siege, okay? Basically, okay?
Smash Ultimate is the first game in the series to introduce a hazard toggle, so you can turn the hazards off. Can you believe there was a time where this wasn't an option? Mr. Sakurai said he didn't want to include it because it would be too much like PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale for the PlayStation 3. I always assumed this was like made up, but it's actually true.
And to think for years I had to play Smash with hazards on these stages. I'm not someone who prefers bare bones Smash, but sometimes these stages are better if they're just simpler. It's my opinion.
Alright! Tortomer Island fun facts. It's impossible to go under Captain's boat. You'll just be sent to a watery grave. Ooh. The shark does almost nothing. It is the weakest hazard in the game. Yet it draws so much attention over to it. It moves the whole motherfucking camera over there. I tried for a few minutes to purposefully get attacked. And I finally got it. The first time I had ever seen it. I finally got attacked by the shark. It does like 30%, but it's like impossible. It should do damage when it's in the water. It should drag you down or something. There's the clap traps and the Donkey Kong stages that insta-kill you at 0%. But the shark, a gigantic shark, can't even do anything?
Here's the final fun fact. In the doorway hangs a giant pair of your mom's pants.